In this video, the Historic Ordnance Series, we're going to be looking at the German DM-11 low metallic anti-personnel mine. Now, this is a licensed copy that was manufactured in Germany of the Swedish Li-11. The Swedes apparently exported these or licensed these to Germany, Switzerland, and Austria. The Swedes ended production in 1975, and sometime in the 1980s it looks like they were removed from inventory. I do not know if they were destroyed at that time or if they were destroyed in the 1990s or when. Now, the German version, the DM-11, has been found in Angola, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Somalia, Turkey, and Zambia. Germany is one of the signatories to the 1996 Ottawa Anti-Personnel Landmine Ban Treaty. So officially, they stated they destroyed all existing stockpiles of anti-personnel mines, except of a few dozen examples of the different types that were produced in West Germany and East Germany, which they keep for use in testing of new mine detection technology and mine protection technologies. But Germany is extremely defensive when it comes to any questioning about this mine. And the reason people are asking questions is because this mine is appearing more and more across the Middle East and Africa, especially in Africa. There's just too many of them appearing there to be that these were just a few that for some reason made it out of Germany. So the German government has been questioned by the agency set up by the Ottawa Treaty. They've been asked multiple times what happened to existing stockpiles of DM-11s. The German government gets very snippy with them in their response, telling them that they were destroyed, stop asking questions. Different demining organizations, because they keep coming across more and more of these, they also keep questioning the German government. What did you do with your existing stockpiles? We keep finding more and more of these. This does not make sense. And the German government keeps stonewalling, and then when they do respond, it's the same, sharp, snippy comments of they're destroyed, stop asking questions. So there's a lot of questions going on with deminers from what I came across on, are these mines secretly being produced in Germany still? And if they are being produced, does the German government even know about it? Who knows? Now, some of the technicals on this. The mine is 3 1/4 inches in diameter, 1 1/3 inches in height. Weight is 8 ounces, of which the explosive filler is 4 1/4 ounces of TNT. This is a pressure mine, and it takes 11 to 22 pounds of pressure on the edge of the pressure plate to detonate the mine. This mine uses a DM-3 detonator to set itself off. The construction of the mine is a plastic body, dark OD green. It's 2 different halves, and both halves are held together with a rubberized cover. This mine is waterproof, that can be employed in snow and in wet conditions. This mine, because of its construction, is blast resistant. How this mine works, if you look in the drawing here, it does not take pressure directly down on the pressure plate to set it off. That will not set off this mine. What sets it off is pressure on the side, which causes the pressure plate to tilt, which then releases the striker up into the detonator to start the process of setting off the explosive. This mine is really close in operation to the Yugoslavian PM Alpha 3, and there was kind of rumors with the PM Alpha 3 that maybe that was kind of based off of the Swedish Li-11 and the German DM-11. So this mine is very dangerous according to the information I was able to find from deminers, and even what's listed in NATO manuals that even mentions these. These are mentioned in U.S. Army manuals from back in the 1960s, 1970s. That's where I got these steps for installation. Now, installing this mine, first thing you're going to do, you inspect the mine, you're going to inspect the detonator, and one of the things you definitely need to make sure, the mine still has the safety ring here over the top of the mine, like you see here, immobilizing both parts of the mine to prevent the tilt on the pressure plate. If it does not have the safety ring, you need to install it. But these mines are supposed to come from the factory with them already installed. But there is that note that potentially at some time during its life, something may have happened when it was in storage, getting inspected, who knows. So if everything passes inspection, you then take the mine and the detonator to the location where it's going to be emplaced. These are meant to be hand emplaced, not laid by a mechanical mine layer. At the location where it's going to be emplaced, this is primarily meant to be buried. And when you bury it, you're going to bury it up to the top of the pressure plate here, maybe a little bit under, and you have to make sure you have some good camouflage over the top so that you get sufficient pressure on the side to activate the fuse. So we prep the hole. Once the hole's ready, we're going to pull out the mine, pull out the detonator. We're going to remove the transport plug and install the detonator. Now, it looks like the detonator looks exactly like the transport plug, but it has a initiation charge on the underside of it, where the transport plug is just the plug for going across the top. But it's also possible that the initiator here, or the actual detonator itself, may be just a small charge that you put inside and then you put the transport plug over the top. I could not really get that kind of confirmed in the instructions. The instructions were really, really basic. So once the detonator is installed, you're going to put the mine in the hole, and it's going to be in this configuration at this time. Your hole is going to have to be wide enough that you can get your fingers around the mine. When the mine's in the hole, put your hands in these little notches here, and you're going to very carefully lift the safety ring straight up and off of the mine. At that point, the mine is live and it will not take much to set it off. So very carefully, you're going to backfill some of the dirt around it just to stabilize it a little. Put a little bit of dirt over the top. Put vegetation over the top to camouflage. And the mine is in place. Now, removal procedures for the DM-11. There are none. According to everything I came across, even in the U.S. Army manuals and the NATO manuals, it states this mine is non-recoverable because you cannot safely get this safety ring back on top of the mine once it's fused. It's too easy to screw something up, get that tilt on here, and set that fuse off. So the recommendation is from NATO and from the old U.S. Army manuals from the Cold War, destroy them. But how it would go, You know the mines out there. You're going to check your way around it. For any other mines that are in the area, take care of them as you come across them. When you locate this mine, and it's going to be extremely hard because it is a low metallic mine, extremely small amount of metal in this. You do have the Bellevue spring in here and a striker, but from what I came across from deminers, they are hard to locate. So whatever alloys they used in the metals down here, they made sure to use something that's not going to be easily detected with mine detectors. But once you locate the mine, you're going to uncover it to confirm it's there. You're then going to prep your charge, and you're going to put it next to the mine, not on the pressure plate because too dangerous. You're going to dig down around the side of the mine, dig out a little cavity next to it, and the explosive charge will go next to it, hopefully touching the side of the mine so that you can get some contact here with the explosive filler in the bottom half. And then you initiate your charge on command, and hopefully it destroys the mine in the hole. So there you go. A mine that officially is not in service, but deminers have huge questions on that because they keep coming across more and more of these. No one knows how many for sure were produced. When the German government gets asked how many were produced during the Cold War before production ended, they refuse to give that answer. Some people say it was around 3 million were produced. Some say it was around 5 million. No one knows for certain. And as I said, the deminers keep coming across more and more of them. And they're scratching their heads wondering where these came from, because officially from the German government, they said they destroyed existing stockpiles in the 1990s. This is a mine you will have to be aware of, because it's one that potentially, I think it is going to appear in a lot more places, and even the deminers are warning about that one. Now, for all my engineer brothers and the Patriot and militia movements, always remember, essay ons.